Think fast, chuckle nuts!
Hello everyone, PrairieScooter here, and think fast. It is Genshin Impact. What is Genshin Impact? As far as I know, it's touted as a more anime Breath of the Wild, which also has some gacha mechanics to it, and is multiplayer once you reach a specific level within the game. Now all that sounds amazing, but I would like to preface this by saying that this was originally a phone game. In fact, I think it is currently still out on phone. So use that to all of your discretion and whatnot for being interested in this game. Anyway, before I do exactly what the game is telling me here to do here and click to begin, what is the Think Fast series? Basically, I sit down with the game for 15 to 45 minutes, playing it as if I open it up from a physical package and present it to you guys with my opinions on it, and kind of give you my feelings on the game, but based on that time alone. So let's go ahead and head in. Sort of. I might have to cut some things around. Now, I don't know. This is, as I'm recording right now, the game has officially launched on PC. By the way, this is the PC version. The game has officially launched on PC version, or PC and PlayStation 4. I don't know if or when it has launched on mobile devices, phones, whatever you want to say. I do know the game is coming to Switch with no determined date as that. But what I'm hoping is, because you have to register an account for this game, excuse me, because you do have to register an account to play this game, similar to playing an MMO, it's a possibility that you might be able to take whatever you've done in one save file, or whatever you've done on your account of the game, and transfer and take it with you onto other devices. At least I'm hoping that's what it is. There's a lot of games as of recent that have started doing that. And this point might not be 100% true, but I think people have said that this is going to be a cross-platform game. And how it works is, how it will work for rooms and whatnot is basically kind of like Monster Hunter, where, yeah, that's loud. How it works is kind of like Monster Hunter, where you can make a room for you and your friends to play on, and all it does is occasionally, the main servers check in on you occasionally, make sure you're not running any malintent programs or cheating programs, but lets you basically do a peer-to-peer style play with just people you're playing with at that moment. Anyway, I'm gonna stop screwing about. Let's actually go into the game.
So, what you're trying to say is that you fell here from another world? But when you wanted to leave and go on to the next world, your path was blocked by some unknown god?
Outlanders, your journey ends here. Who are you? The sustainer of heavenly principles. The arrogation of mankind ends now.
Okay, we get a character select. So I was not expecting full-on English voice work, to be honest with you. I figured this is just going to be a port to phone. Also, this is a port to PC and other platforms. This is actually looking pretty good for default settings. I have not messed with settings whatsoever. This looks pretty damn good. But, oh, do I have to use my mouse for this? Because my controller rumbled, making me think I could use a controller for this, but apparently not. So, well, listen. Yes, I would like to select the waifu like most people, but because this is a one account thing, and you know, and I'm not going to explain myself. Let your name be known. Scooter, can I make my full name? I can make my full name known. I can make my full name known.
And just like that, the god took away my sister. Some kind of seal was cast upon me, and I lost my power. So while we used to travel from world to world, we are now trapped here. How many years ago was it? I don't know. But I intend to find out. When I woke, I was all alone, until I met you 2 months ago.
Yeah, Paimon really owes you for that. Otherwise, Paimon likely would have drowned. So Paimon will do her best to be a great guide. We should head off. Let's get going.
Should we? Also, I'm gonna keep my controller on my lap. Can I not? Okay, I cannot move. But first things first. Okay. Thank you for telling me this. Okay. So there's a stamina meter. It was pretty small. Also, I want to... I'm also... Okay, so it's kind of a beat 'em up a little bit, it feels like. I'm not sure if that's entirely accurate. I have to check. Options, because this is a PC game. Graphics. Default high. Well, we don't need vertical sync on. Render resolution. I mean, I probably don't need it this high, but I have a beef computer, so we don't need motion blur. Motion blur is a problem. And I'll keep it on SMAA, but this option will probably reset next time I launch the game. Yeah, not keep it on SMAA. Overall, graphics for the PC version don't look half bad. Pretty customizable, but not like the most available, if that makes any sense. Undiva. Audio. This is a very important one. Okay. There we go. There you go. So, this game is... I'm not sure what the orientation... I was doing a little research on this game beforehand. A lot of the names for characters we'll meet as we go along are either Chinese or Korean heritage, I will say. But, I mean, there it is for you. You can have your Chinese... You can have your Japanese voiceover and pretty much any language of... Any other choice of various other languages for that. I was kind of hoping for that. I see. Oh, hold on. Okay, so I was hoping for this. Okay, so this is weird. The buttons set up are set up for a Switch controller, if that makes sense. Okay, normal attack, jump. I might mess around with this and... Oh, can I adjust this stuff? Okay, you know what? I'm just going to leave it on mouse and keyboard for now. I'll mess around with the other stuff later. Oh, control toggles walking and running. Okay, so basic combat system. And there we go. So we're back to where we were a second ago. Unlock a teleport point, which I'm going to be using. Oh god, this makes me think it's... This makes me worried that this is going to slowly turn into, you know... How do I want to say it? That this is... Attack the lizard? Attack the lizard! Did I get it? Okay, so I have a map. This makes me worried that this is actually more of an MMO and less a, Okay.
Depletes stamina, and depleted stamina takes time to recover.
Thank you.
Okay, let's take the route we planned.
But
We're off to...
let me talk for a minute, Paimon. What makes me a little worried?
What 7 are you looking for exactly?
This makes me a little worried that this game is kind of MMO in style. Okay. Yeah, so but it makes you a little worried that this whole game is MMO in style. That's kind of worrisome for me because a lot of times when I play MMOs, I have this issue playing MMOs that I played for like, you know, up to level 10 or so, and then at level 10 I just done. Use. Okay, so I can restore HP, and it's also a big HP number game. It seems.
Oh, wow.
Paimon, could you let me see what it is before you exclaim, "Oh wow"?
That's a statue of the Seven. There are a few of these statues scattered across the land to show the Seven's protection over the world. Among the Seven gods, this god controls the wind. Paimon's not sure whether the god you're looking for is the animal god, but Paimon will take you to the animal god's place first, and there's the reason why.
And and the reason why is probably be so I can get some dumb air movements.
Poetry and
Oh.
there'll definitely be someone there who knows about your sister. At least that's what Paimon thinks. Whether the gods actually answer you is a different story. You never know unless you try. So let's hop to it.
I like how I went the wrong way initially, and the game was like, "Hold on, stop dialogue. Where are you going?" I must attack small creature. I'm sorry, small creature. Survival of the fittest. My frames are kind of leave me every now and again, so maybe I have my graphics set a little too high. But I mean, the game looks the game looks pretty good. And well, I collected something and I feel like some of it just fell off. Oh no. Hold on. Can I read all those notes? I need to read all those notes. So what did I just get? I just got Goblet. I can adjust it by quality. I have that equipped. My top student means the spells are listed by handwriting is beautiful. And what is this? Oh, I can put that into a weapon. I can refine weapons? Okay, that's nice.
Right over.
Character menu. Oh. Well, that lets you put that on. Okay, that's good to know. Profile. Oh, you can set all of your stuff up here, or oh no, it just okay. Never mind. I thought that was like to put in like actual birthday kind of stuff. I mean, I'll finish that thought in a minute. Oh God. That was a guardian tower. Oh no. Oh. Oh God, it is Breath of the Wild. Oh. Oh, Balzac. Oh, Balzac. Here we go again.
Ooh, did you just feel the elements of the world? Seems all you had to do was just touch the statue and you got the power of Animo. As much as they may want it, people in this world can never get a hold of powers as easily as you. Uh-huh, it's because you're not from this world to begin with.
Now that I have a good look at her character model, now it's like actually front and center. A, adorable. B, why do you have like a Starfarer cowl on? Also, are you a fairy?
If we keep heading west from here, we'll eventually reach Monstadt, the city of freedom. Monstadt is the city of wind because they worship the god of Animo. So perhaps, because you got power from the god of Animo, you can find some clues there. There are also lots of bards there, so perhaps one of them has heard news of your sister. Let's move then. The elements in this world responded to your prayers, and Paimon thinks that's a lovely sign.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, is that... Oh, is it on a cooldown or something? Oh, there we go. Interesting.
Powers you got from the Statue of the Seven. Oh, Paimon's so jealous. Why doesn't Paimon get cool fighting powers?
Important message. Oh. Okay, thank you for that. Well, at least I'm... The combat is simple enough. I'll be honest, I kind of wish I had a, I do wish to some degree I had actual, like, what you want to call it? I wish I had set up the controllers now, because I feel like playing with controller in this will, using a controller with this game will probably make it feel better, because it defaults to mouse and keyboard, but I bet if I were to set up a controller, I'd feel a little more at home while playing. Ooh, frame drops. Probably won't load stuff in.
Wow, what is that? There's something huge in the sky.
It looks like a friend. Is this
Heading towards the heart of the forest. We must proceed with caution.
enemy? Enemy. Hold on, here's my next question. Do we have the Breath of the Wild rushdown system in this? Bye. Cool. Okay, so that definitely does feel pretty Breath of the Wild in the fact that... It feels pretty Breath of the Wild in the fact that I just took down a bunch of enemies. I went to a random camp, fought what felt like bokoblins, and got, you know, got rewarded for it. Well, I'd say so far, like, I know I'm comparing this a lot to Breath of the Wild, and that's kind of what drug me into the game in the first place, is that it's supposed to be Breath of the Wild-esque. So the fact, you know, starting off here, that, you know, the game is definitely catered to my want of exploration as such. Oh, I thought you would stay put. There's more. Listen. Anybody who's watched all 150 parts of my Breath of the Wild series knows that I am... When a game like this normally I don't like games like this, but when a game of this accord strikes me in just such a right way, I get really into the exploration of it. I don't shy away from exploring. But I could not do Skyrim at all. And other such games, I guess, as an example, I've missed that were, for lack of a better term, not on a Nintendo platform. I've logged in a total of 3 hours of Skyrim, I'll say that much. Alright. Hey, buddy! Are you done lighting the world on fire? Alright. You missed. Nice! Fire doesn't hurt me, does it? Whew. A mask piece. Does fire hurt? Fire does hurt. Good, I've learned this early on. Fire hurt. In fact, I am still burning. You know what? This is just a jab at one of my friends, which I don't know if he'll happen to see this video, but no weapon durability. Okay, why is wet such an issue? Do I drown? Well, we won't find out today, will we? Did I just get a spear? I may have just gotten a spear. Hold on. Okay, if that's the... What was it? There it is. I was like, what is it? Okay, weapons. Switch? Oh, I can't use that weapon. I am stuck with this blade. So I don't know if we'll see the gacha mechanic at all in this. But from what I know, like I did mention the gacha mechanic. From what I know of the gacha mechanic is that you do roll on occasion. I think it's like every couple of hours is what the tool set up for. Give me the fish. Dang it. My Breath of the Wild skills have left me. Every couple of... I'm trying to think was... I think is what I've been told is every couple of hours, something will pop to say, hey, you can roll. Okay, I am going that way. What does the small child have to say? Hello. Hi, Paimon? Okay, that's the Paimon menu. Oh. Okay. So you can change... So you can change characters, which I only have the one character, which again, that's part of the gotcha thing I would mention. Notices. Event. Male. Oh. I mean, I'll claim all that. Acquaint fate. These are... Okay, looks like level up experience and some money. Cool. And... Okay, I have wings. So... I'm sorry, I realize this is kind of like arbitrary stuff that I'm going through right now, but the fact that I can is... What does this do? Okay, I can equip this stuff. Okay, there's different things I can do here. Talents trees to go through. And that. Okay, so I'm just curious, like, I guess I'm just curious myself, how do I equip the, wings? Because that definitely was wings I just acquired. Okay, I just read it. Sea life. Okay. Sorry, I'm reading too many things at once. So the item I just picked up, the wings I just picked up, basically, well, oh, there's something up there. The wings I just picked up are basically a, hey, you were here for us when we started this game. You can have collectors. You can have initiate stuff. My cabbages. And in order to use that stuff, we will unlock the ability to use that stuff at a later point. Anyway, hi. Go away for a minute. Come back up to me in a minute. Anybody alive? Nobody's alive. Okay, where's the other goon? Is he still down? I'm not gonna lie, like, it does... From what I know about the gacha system, and I was talking about this before I got sidetracked, is... that the gacha system you roll on lets you roll for other characters to play as. Fortunately and unfortunately, because this is the first character you get, you are locked into this. Why can I not roll the camera? I want to see more. But anyway, this is the big base. I want to take it over. Okay, go away. Also, combat is pretty much left click, or I guess B button, or A button / B button if you're playing with controller. Simple combat. Simple combat does lend itself to a game a lot. Man, I am going to be focused on that. But yeah, the gacha system, you can, I don't know what the currency is for the gacha system, or how often it actually is, but you do roll on a wheel. You do roll, and if you get higher tier rewards, you unlock characters to use. But there are only 3 character types in the game. Or excuse me, there's like 5 weapon types. I think it's, oh god, what was it? I'll put an annotation in because I'll be editing, because I'm recording this basically like as my last thing for the weekend, but I'll put an annotation on screen that says like the other weapon types if I get it wrong. It's knife, blade, claymore, bow, and tome, or effectively tome. They call it something weird for the tome. So you can get various characters that will use those various weapons. Now that I've gone off on my exploring ways, I should actually proceed towards the objective, considering how long I've been goofing about here and have not advanced forward at all. But anyway, the game's God, I'm gonna have to hold that thought again.
Huh? Look at that!
Don't be afraid. It's all right now. I'm back.
Is he talking to a dragon?
Who's there?
That was close. Paimon almost got blown away. Luckily, Paimon managed to grab hold of your hair. Thanks.
Would you not pull my hair? Also, yeah.
What was that? Paimon thought we were gonna get eaten. It definitely has something to do with that weirdo who was talking to the dragon. Of course not. Oh, what's that? There's some kind of shiny red thingy on the big rock over there. Let's go take a closer look. Be careful. Paimon doesn't have a good feeling about this.
Nobody does. Also, I'm going to change something here because I think I think me setting the graphics as I did here was a little too much. There we go. Alright. We should be able to just get out of there. I think I set the render thing up too high. I don't need to 1.5 it to make it that. Anyway, Crimson Crystal. What's it do?
Paimon's never seen a stone like this before, so Paimon can't tell what it is. All Paimon knows is that it's dangerous. Best we put it away for now. Okay, we've got it. Now let's get out of here.
I do love the English voice work, actually. Note using them to consume all of the character's energy, but yeah, it's an ultimate skill. So I gotta wonder, like, what the material, or what it is that is the premium currency to summon stuff.
May the Animo God protect you, stranger.
Thanks, but why did you just literally assault me for walking?
I am Amber, outrider for the Knights of Favonius. You don't look like citizens of Monstadt. Explain yourselves.
Well, we're not looking for trouble.
That's what all the troublemakers say. Doesn't sound like a local name to me.
Of course not. Fourth wall been broken already. How you doing?
And this mascot, what's the deal with it?
So hard. I want to pick it so bad. I want to pick emergency food so bad.
been traveling partners for 2 months, but we've already become the very best of friends.
So to sum it up, you're traveling partners, right? Well, look, there's been a large dragon sighted around Monstadt recently. Best you get inside the city as soon as possible. It's not far from here. I'll escort you there.
Oh, aren't you out here for some other reason?
I am, but not to worry. I can keep you both safe. Besides, I'm still not sure if I can trust you two just yet. Oh, I'm sorry. Probably not something I should say as a knight. I give you my apologies, strange yet respectable travelers.
That sounded so fake.
Do you have something against the type of language usage prescribed by the Knights of Favonius Handbook? At the ready.
Oh. Oh. I could switch characters. Okay.
Oh, suspicious travelers.
So you have to...
What are you doing in Monstadt?
So you have to stop in order to... You have to stop in order to... Oh, okay. No, never mind.
Oh, looking for your family? Huh.
Interesting.
Okay, let me finish my other stuff first, and then I can help you put up posters around the city.
Okay, good.
What exactly is it you need to finish doing first?
It's simple. You'll understand it a bit.
Also, I don't like the fact... I don't like how this is presenting the multiple characters thing. Oh. Ah, I gotcha. So I do this, and before I do any combat, hold on. Weapon. Switch my weapon because I just got a silver blade. I'm in combat, really. Fine. Ow. You know, I'm trying to switch up my weapon, okay? Let me... Thank you. It's a better weapon, let me use it. Oh, they just exploded, okay. Wait, did I just cheese out a fight? Interesting. So I don't like how they're kind of presenting the character switching here in a sense, is that you're going to need to use multiple characters while you play. I guess they do and they don't. It is very reminiscent. It is very reminiscent of, dang it, I missed. I was looking for a meal. It is very reminiscent of other gacha games that basically always have you make a team for whatever reason. And it is always a team.
A hilichurl.
Quick, get it!
Hold on. First things first. Now we can go get it.
You can't keep up with me.
Headshot? Wait. Do we actually have headshots? Oh. I have a thought. Oh. It's a guy's. So if I switch to one and then I use this.
These monsters have been getting
Yep.
too close to the city recently. My task this time is to clear out their camp.
Okay. I might need to use I might need to use a controller just for the multiple characters. I just did this. Yes. That's what I thought. I was a little worried that headshots would be a thing. Listen, I played Breath of the Wild, and I'm on a mouse now. So I can actually aim properly.
Bet you can't keep up with me.
Go get it. Listen, I'm playing an archer character. I'm gonna play lane games. Oh, I've been shot. So press 1. And there we go. Elemental reactions. Didn't I just try this? Trigger a swirl. It can... Oh. Okay. All right.
Ha! Nothing to it. Though I've gotta say, you surprised me a little with your moves there. Thanks for the backup. How'd it feel?
Now that you mention it, how is it the Hilichurls ended up here? These creatures don't seem like the type to set up camp so close to cities like this.
Exactly. It's more normal for them to be much further out in the wilderness. But because the dragon, Storm Terror, has been around a lot more recently, our orchards have been destroyed and the local market has been affected as well. When the storms hit, we usually end up with at least a few injuries, so the Knights of Favonius have been tied up doing the best they can to defend the area.
So these annoying creatures have been getting closer and closer to the city?
Exactly. That said, clearing this camp helped make the area a little bit safer. Come with me. A responsible knight must make sure to see you to the city safely.
Okay. Thanks. I'm kind of wondering, is there just a... Okay, you know, I need this sword. Because sword breaks in one hit. Get down. Get down. A very necessary plank cone, apparently. Okay, so they did give us Amber there to kind of like show us the multiple playstyles you can't have in this game. Anyway. Yeah, I kind of hit the end of my train of thought there. So, I wonder if that's kind of how because as I mentioned, you do get multiplayer later on when you're adventurer level 3. Hi.
No, we just happened to be passing by. What are you cooking?
Paimon.
Survival expert of the Adventurers Guild. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Lynn.
What should I cook next? Oh, are you travelers from around here as well?
No, we just happened to be passing by. What are you cooking? Smells good!
I see. Welcome, travelers. I'm Lynn, the survival expert of the Adventurers Guild. As you can see, I'm experimenting with some new recipes. Eat before you go. The first rule in the Wilderness Survival Guide.
Picnic? Oh, Paimon just loves picnics! My travel partner here is good at cooking as well.
That's okay. Let's see what you can do. You won't get a lot of chances like this to learn from a survival expert. There are some mushrooms and meat in the barrel over there. Try making a chicken mushroom skewer for me.
Okay. I can cook. Oh, I don't have to. I don't put them all together on my own. That's kind of bunk. Okay, cook. Oh, that's it. I cooked it. Hi, Lynn. What's up? I did it.
Is it done? Mmm. Smells good. Let me try. Mmm. Hmm.
Uh-oh.
Now that's really tasty. You're indeed gifted.
Paimon told you so.
With your culinary skills, you should try more difficult dishes. Oh, I've got some raw ingredients in my bag. Have them in return for this meal.
Can we really have them? Won't you run out of ingredients?
That's okay. You should be able to find lots of ingredients when exploring the wilderness. Don't forget to look carefully. There's also a restaurant in Monstadt known as Good Hunter that sells food and ingredients. Go have a look when you've got the time.
Okay, thank you for the info. Hey, leave some chicken mushroom skewers for Paimon.
Alright, we've learned how to cook. We also got a lot of money. I want an air dash. You don't know how bad I want an air dash. See, a thing I would love to do for the button combination, just because this is how I play a lot of, Okay. Just because this is how I do play a lot of, Well, just because this is how I do play a lot of, I do a lot of shooters this way. I wish I could, like, bind mouse wheel to switching characters. You're a sad child, I see. Well, let's make you even sadder. Soup's ready. Listen, don't tell him what just happened. He'll learn. Also, I'm hitting control by default to run. Oh, these aren't collectibles. Those aren't collectibles. That's a little saddening. Anyway, let's actually go on to our actual objective.
Let me officially introduce the city of wind, dandelions, and freedom. Travelers under the protection of the Knights of Favonius, welcome to Monstadt.
Finally, no more having to camp outdoors. But the city folk don't look too cheery.
Everyone's been put out of place by storm terror recently, but everything will turn out fine as long as Jean's with us.
Jean?
Acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, Jean, Defender of Monstadt. With Jean on our side, surely even the vicious storm terror will be no match for us. Before I take you guys to the Knights of Favonius headquarters, I have a present for you, Traveler. It's a reward for helping me clear out that Hilitril camp.
Hey! Why doesn't Paimon get a reward?
Because this reward is useless to you, Paimon. But I'll treat you to a traditional Mondstadt delicacy, sticky honey roast.
Sticky honey roast!
Come with me. We'll head to the city's, high ground.
Oh, there's a quest menu. Oh, I'm trying to move. Left alt to show the cursor. I hit, yeah. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, I just did that. You know, that whole thing about navigating to a place. I did.
This used to be a bustling street, but with so many storm terror attacks recently, the usual crowds are nowhere to be seen. Except for the local tavern near the city wall over there. They haven't been affected. If anything, their business is better than ever.
It's also a tavern, you know, a bar where people go to forget their sorrows. Do I really have to spell out the fact that people go to a bar to wash away their worry? Please don't. Okay, each character does have different levels. That'll be fun to figure out and make work. I'm trying to keep going for just a little bit more because I want to get to the point where... Where did my trail go? Okay, there it is. It suddenly just disappeared on screen. I am trying to figure out, or I'm trying to go with this videos for as long as I can and get to a point where I can show off the, excuse me, and try and show off the, how the gacha mechanic works, because I want to get to that point and also just, you know, just try and roll once to see what happens, because, hey, gotcha!
So, the present I want to give you is a wind glider. Outriders use them to ride the wind, and the people of Mondstadt love using them too. I brought you here to give it to you, so you can experience it right away.
Oh, you're really excited about these wind gliders, huh?
Well, that's because the wind is the heart and soul of Mondstadt. Alrighty then, enough talk. Let's give it a whirl. It's easy to use, but you still need to pay attention to my instructions.
Step 1, press space. Step 2, hold space. This is actually okay, this is literally Breath of the Wild mentality. Get to high ground, fly. Can I go faster? No, I cannot. If I press space again? Yeah, I press space again and I just drop.
The sky.
So am I in a boss fight right now? Is that what's going on? Yes.
How are you staying afloat like this with just a wind glider?
Oh, it's
I'm fronting your fall with the power of 1,000 winds. Now, concentrate. See yourself grasping the wind. Harness its energy.
Who said that?
am I okay? Hi, Kid Icarus Uprising. How's it going? Feels like it, at least. All right, dragon, let's go. You can't stop me. I'm too good. Okay, I had to aim a little below you because you. Okay, that was simple. I scared away. I'm a hero. I am the hero the city deserves. Oh god, I'm the hero the city deserves. That's not a good thing.
Are you hurt?
You've actually got the power to go up against the dragon. Are you a new ally? Or a new storm?
Storm Terror is attacking Monstadt itself! Kaya, Traveler, you've come at the right time. We must...
Hold on, Amber. Are you perhaps forgetting to introduce us?
Oh, right. This is Kaya, our cavalry captain. These two are travelers from afar.
From afar. Is that all we know of them?
Long story short,
I see. Welcome to Monstadt. Though you haven't arrived at the best of times, I'm afraid. I understand the anguish of being separated from family. I'm not really sure why you're looking for the Animo God. But everyone has their secrets, right? Relax. I won't press you for more. First and foremost, on behalf of the Knights of Favonius, I would like to extend our thanks to you for your help just now. Your fight to defend the city against the dragon just now was witnessed by no small number of citizens. The acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius is also very interested in meeting you, and formally invites you both to our headquarters.
Oh boy, you can. Oh, I can. So, am I allowed to put this new stuff on? Artifacts. This. Oh, I have this stuff. Critical rate? Hell yeah, critical weight. Hold. Critical weight? Yeah, go me. Never mind. I'm just gonna keep on the good stuff if I can. Profile. Okay, so there's character stories. Oh, can we... Huh. Well, you can have some... Oh, really? Well, this one. I don't know how long Amber's going to stay with us, but I'm going to give her this stuff. Also like that there's like a set stat, so you can actually just give... like actual, There you go. Ah, so that's the PlayStation 4 player's reward. Okay. There. I now have fancy wings. I was waiting for that option. At least I'm glad it's in a menu. Also, Paimon, what do you want? Oh, it's this. I got achievements. That's what it wants to tell me. It was telling me that I got achievements. Oh, it's necessary to do these achievements because it gives you this. So what is the reward? Yeah, what is... I'm trying to figure out what the... Or not what the reward. I'm trying to figure out what the, I am trying to figure out what the, what is it? What the system is.
This seems to be the Knights of Favonius headquarters. Let's head in.
Okay.
Jean, what's the hurry? I thought we agreed to meet them here.
There have been sightings of storm terror outside the city. Once we meet, we must...
Relax. I'll lend a hand when the time comes.
Jean, I brought them. And once it was over, I brought them straight here.
Monstadt welcomes you, Windborn travelers. I am Jean, acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius. This is Lisa, our resident librarian.
Oh, are you sweeties here to help us out? You're both so adorable. Sadly, the timing is regrettable. Storm terror has caused quite a ruckus in the region since its recent resurgence. Simply put, Mondstadt's elemental sphere and ley lines are now akin to a yarn ball in the paws of a kitten. For a mage, it couldn't get much worse. My skin is one elemental particle away from a full-blown breakout.
If it weren't for this interference, the Knights of Favonius would have better ways to help you than just putting up missing person posters. We simply ask that you repose in Monstadt while we help you seek out your sister.
Paimon will help too.
Good. In that case, we need a plan.
With Storm Terror now directly attacking Monstadt, we may have an opportunity to cut this problem off at the source. Lisa has revealed the sources of Storm Terror's power with her detection magic.
Is that so?
They're located in the abandoned Four Winds temples. Storm Terror's ability to whip up these kinds of storms can be attributed to it drawing power from the temples.
Our objective is to deal with 3 of the 4 temples. I trust everyone understands why we are only dealing with 3.
Paimon doesn't.
Knights of Favonius, time is against us. The storm is rampant. There's no point in maintaining a defensive position. All right, we need to take initiative and act before the situation escalates.
Wish upon a sky full pray that... What happened with that? Ah, that's what it was. That was it. That was it. That was Wish. So, Wish. Oh, boy. So, I wanted to... Yep, that's kind of what I was waiting on, is just, to Wish. So... Okay, so is this how the gacha mechanic works? Is... Every time Wish guaranteed at least one... Okay, so I don't have the currency for this. Yeah, I don't have the currency for some of these. Or apparently I have the currency for this. Okay. So. Oh, are they shared? You know what? I'll roll on this. Okay, so it gives us goodies. It gives us weapons and whatnot. Okay, I'm following it. So it looks like it's weapons mostly is what the gacha part is, and then occasionally heroes are part of it. Of course, I'm getting all 3 stars right now, so this was a bad roll, I feel. But we get... Oh, I actually got her. I actually got the featured unit. Go me. Well, I got the featured unit. Good to know. So, I don't have enough of this. And I only have 3 of these left. So, I feel like... You know what? I think I'm just going to go ahead and wish on this stuff. I'm going to go ahead and throw wishes on this stuff, see if I get anything additional. I'm just throwing everything at this and see what I get, even though it's probably not necessary in the slightest. Okay, I didn't get anything fun, and I imagine I'll get more of this element stuff later on. I probably should have saved for more rolls on this. But hey, I at least got... Well, wait, are you 5 stars? Yeah, you are 5 stars, okay. So at least I got myself a 4-star to work with. So, if I hit C... Oh, and there she is. Well, There's my unit. I don't know if I can use her, but I have her. There's got to be a way to... There has to be a way to equip additional units to your team and not just use the 2 you have. Anyway. Oh, guess we head outside. And even though this doesn't really... I bet this doesn't even crack the surface on what this game is and what it can offer. I am going to end things off here.
The adventures will probably get more and more dangerous. We should make sure we're prepared. We could start by going to Mondstadt's blacksmith.
Well, at least I found the character.
Leave it all to me.
Oh, she's a defender. Well, good to know that... Well, at least I got the character type I wanted, but not the rarity for that. I'm pretty sure once I get to the point where I can have more rarities for stuff, I will probably end up getting a, what you call it? There's a good chance I'll probably end up getting, you know, the token small character, because there are, for lack of a better term, children characters, we'll say.
There's the blacksmith.
Yes, it is, and I don't need to talk to him. Stop. Okay, anyway. I'm going to stop here before I go too much deeper into the game. So we have seen kind of a brief tutorial on the game, and Jesus Christ, we have seen pretty much a good idea of what the game is, what it has to offer, and you know, other things of that sort. You know, the gacha mechanic. We've seen everything at this point, minus the full-on continuation of the story. So if you are interested, if you are interested in Genshin Impact, want to know what systems it's available on, how much it will cost you, and other things of that sort, that will be in the description down below. But thank you all so much for watching this initial reactions to Genshin Impact. And I hope you'll come back again when I'll react to a brand new title for the very first time. You folks have a great rest of your day, and take care.